Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This is Przemasowo episode number 27. 27 episodes in. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Today, look at this. This is brand new. We figured this out with a little help from one of our Facebook friends. Egg pallets will actually load while sitting on the trailer. We do not need to load them onto another trailer after they've already filled up. How awesome is that? Yeah, so one less thing we have to do. Now we can just jump back in our tractor and go and sell the existing egg pallets, bring them back and put them on that trailer, and they will just auto load all by themselves. And when they're done loading, we can just drive them on over to wherever they need to be sold. So that's fantastic. So we've already loaded up some wool and some egg pallets to be sold on our trailer over here. We are going to hook up to the trailer. We'll figure out where they need to go, and we'll go sell them to make some extra money. We've got, what's that say, $236,000, so we could always use more. Money's always good. Let's check out where the eggs and the wool are selling the most. All right, looks like the port grain elevator and the spinnery for the wool. So we're going to drive the eggs to the port grain elevator. And the bale sales selling point we added to our farm really is not paying that much for wool. So we're going to bypass that and take them to the spinnery down the street there. First, I think our trailer seems to be stuck on this light pole. That's one disadvantage to having so many damn light poles in your farm, is that it's just more stuff to hit. There we go. Perfect. We are on our way. Let's attach the tension straps first so nothing inadvertently falls into oncoming traffic, because we would not want that to happen. All right, first stop is the spinnery and then the port grain elevator, so we will sell all of the wool. The difference I found with Farming Simulator 17 to FS19 is that the wool prices have drastically dropped. I remember playing FS17 where some places were paying upwards of $7,000 to $8,000 per 1,000 pounds of wool, and actually I think the wool pellets were 2,000 pounds if I'm not mistaken on FS17, and so there was a lot more money to be made with wool, and now it's just not that feasible, I guess is the word I want to choose, or cost effective to run a lot of wool pallets unless you're doing it hundreds at a time. Then it's really not that fun. You know, it's just a few $100 here and a few $100 there. As you'll see when we drive over here, we're not actually going to make that much money from 8 pallets of wool. And there you go. You can see, and these seem to get stuck on the trigger, whereas before you could just drive over and they'd sell themselves and that would be that. Now you're constantly searching around for the trigger point. I don't know why they couldn't get that to transfer from 17 to 19, but oh well. It is what it is, I guess. So we'll just drive around until we see some wool disappear, because the trigger should be this whole pad. No, there it goes, and not even on the trigger, so we'll just turn around and a little bit more maybe. There we go, perfect. So it sells to the left of the trigger. All right, so $236,000 to $245,000. We only made $9,000 per 1,000 pounds of wool. 6 cartons. That's really not. We'll just let the wool accumulate from now on, I think. Maybe we'll just get a shed and we'll just start stacking it up instead of selling it. And then once it gets to maybe an unmanageable amount of wool pallets, we'll go and sell it. We should make more from the eggs, because the eggs are like $2,000 per pallet or per 100. I don't know how they work it out. I don't pretend to know. But let's just go to the port grain elevator and we'll sell our eggs. And while we're driving to the port grain elevator, folks, why don't you take a minute, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen there. If you haven't already, if you don't subscribe to us, do me a favor, click that little subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. We do a different map each day of the week. So we have a different series on a different map, Monday through Friday. Mondays, obviously, is Przemasowo. Tuesdays is Stranded in the Pacific Northwest. Wednesdays is Stranded in Oakfield. Thursday is the Mystery of Lone Oak Farms and my father's strange middle of the night disappearance. You don't want to miss that one. Friday is a fun one. It's Farming Legends Friday. And then, of course, we take weekends off because I can. I don't want to film on the weekends, so I don't. So, aha. All right, so Monday through Friday, folks, hit that subscribe button, a different video each day of the week. Tune in. All of videos are uploaded 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then your notification bell will trigger while you're fast asleep. And then when you wake up, you can watch the video. Or if you're like me, then you're up at 4:30 every day, you know, hitting that upload to YouTube button on all your videos. And yeah. All right, so here we are. We've arrived at the port grain elevator. All right, the egg trigger is at the far end. So we're just going to drive through the port grain elevator. It's too bad we don't have power to use that crane or to offload ships or to load ships. That would be pretty cool if we had a shipping container mod that we could load. Where'd the trigger go? No, it's over here. Yeah, if we had a shipping container mod and a crane mod and a oil tanker mod, that would be cool. All right, here's the egg trigger, so we just drive over. I'm still hoping that someday someone makes the egg pallets disappear like the wool pallets. There we go, $21,000 for the eggs. That's awesome. But yeah, I'd like to see the egg pallets modded up so that they appear and disappear just like the wool pallets, so we don't have to go through this every time. Now I've got to offload these 3 empty ones and put them on the smaller Flegel trailer outside the chicken coop. We only have to do that once though, and then now that we figured out that the egg cartons load into the pallets while they're sitting on a trailer, we don't have to load them anymore. So that's fantastic. All we have to do is worry about the overflow cartons while we're selling our eggs. There should only be 1 or 2, shouldn't be that much, and then we just pick them up and throw them in the truck. All right, bringing the pallet trailer back to the animal sanctuary, past the operations center, as we've lovingly known to call it. What else have we got on tap today for folks? Let me see. I think we're going to be harvesting the animal food that we've grown. You notice we've got like 3 or 4 different types of crop growing in one field. We've got a strip of sugar beets, a strip of wheat, a strip of something, soybeans, I think. And then we're going to see if that's a feasible way to feed the pigs, because the pigs like to eat sugar beets, and I hate farming sugar beets. So hopefully we can get enough out of this just to satisfy the little piggies for now. Looks like we've got to remove the tops of these sugar beets before we can harvest. We've got some foliage growing there. So we'll probably do that. I think we've got to lease a home topper or a top remover, whatever you want to call it. And then we've actually got to lease the beet harvester and the beet header that attaches to the harvester. So this may or may not be an effective way to feed your pigs. Although the pig food is ridiculously expensive coming out of that silo, that feeding silo that we purchased for $25,000. It costs like $32,000 per 21,000 liter trailer just to feed the pigs. It's crazy. All right, so what do we got here? All right, yes, we've got to remove the tops of the sugar beets. So that is on tap next. I think we're going to kick in time-lapse mode, folks, just so we don't have to sit through this, because it is going to be a painstaking process harvesting this field. We've got to, like I said, we've got to get a home chopper. We've got to get a beet harvester header. Then we've got to get our regular harvester, attach the soybean header, and then I think there's corn growing at the end there too. We've got to reattach the corn header and then harvest that. All right, so while we do this, we're going to flip on time-lapse mode, sit back, relax, go grab a sandwich and a nice cold beverage, and we'll check back with you closer to the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in, folks. right, welcome back, folks. As you can clearly see, that was not an effective way to feed the pigs. That one silo that we purchased is not actually equipped to hold sugar beets, so what's up with that? It's a silo. You should be able to put beets in it. So instead I had to drive them all the way back to my farm here, and now we have to drive them all the way back to the pigs over here to feed the pigs. That's just crazy. Why can't that $100,000 silo hold pig food? Why can't it hold sugar beets? That doesn't make any sense. All right, so I think maybe what we should do is we should just stockpile corn and sugar beets and soybeans to feed the pigs. And I think we'll just go from there. So it's not really effective to have 4 crops growing in the same field at the same time. We'll just bite the bullet, I guess, and do a few 100,000 pounds of sugar beets every few weeks or whatever, and then we'll just take it from there. All right. We are going to finish feeding the little piggies, and then we're going to wrap up this video. Thanks for tuning in again, folks. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. For now, this is JCTV saying, see you later.